This video response is going to go out to Fantage Belieber, and that is because you replied to a comment I left on your YouTube channel. Specifically, I asked you why you like Justin Bieber, and this is what you had to say. Because the way he acts, the things he talks about, his songs, they all make me happy. He is such an inspiring person. His songs made me who I am today in my school and in public, and seeing his picture makes me always happy. Before, when I didn't like Justin, I would be such a crybaby and not cool, not who I was when I started to listen to his song. I changed and became someone I was. So I am pretty sure he makes me happy. So how do I reply to all this? Hang in there. Sorry, I'm just a little parched. Okay, so how do I respond to this? Well, first of all, I will say, of the 48 songs that Justin has ever sang professionally, okay, Justin Bieber has sung 48 songs professionally so far. Of those, only 13 of them he either wrote himself or he collaborated with somebody else to write. All the rest of them were written by somebody else. Now, of course, you could bring back the counter-argument of Linda Ronstadt. You could say, well, she sung a lot of songs that weren't exactly written by her, and she made them famous. And they're good songs. And I would agree with you. Okay, so good counter-argument. So we really can't derive anything out of Justin Bieber just because he didn't write all of his songs. That's fine. That's cool. And he's not the only one who hasn't written all of his songs. Oh, I can name a dozen artists that have not written their own songs but made them popular and made them good and so on and so forth. So, of these 13 songs that Justin Bieber actually wrote himself or collaborated with somebody to do, I chose one of those songs to read the lyrics. And the song I chose was All Around the World. And the first impression I got after reading these lyrics is that I think Justin Bieber needs to go to grammar school. However, we can use the counter-argument. Well, there are lots of creative poems out there that use incorrect grammar for dramatic emphasis. And that's very true. So really, we can't draw anything about Justin Bieber based on the incorrect grammar. Okay? So let's focus on the lyrics in themselves. Okay. Justin Bieber in this song is talking to somebody. We don't know who in the heck he's talking to. We assume it's some kind of a female. Perhaps he's talking to Selena Gomez. We don't know. Okay? And then he's talking about how this person is so beautiful. Well, what's Justin's definition of beautiful? He never really says. Okay? And he implies that the person he's talking to is not showing their true beauty. Okay, what are they supposed to be showing? He never specifies. Okay? And then he asks this person some questions like what they're doing at the moment, where they're at the moment. Okay? And then he implies that this person is shy. Well, what's his definition of shyness? He never specifies. And then he says that this person is holding back something. What is this person holding back? Again, he never really specifies in the lyrics. And then he's talking about how he and this other person are doing something. He never specifies what that is. And then he says that other people are doing it too. Well, if we don't know what they're doing, how do we know we're doing it too? Okay. And then he talks about a DJ. I'm assuming that there is some kind of a club. The lyrics never really say that either. And then he makes a definitive statement, which I will go ahead and agree with. Yes, I don't know of a single person on the face of this earth that doesn't want to be loved in some way. Okay, I'll give you that one. All right? And then he's saying that people all around the world are similar to us. Again, I will grant you that in many ways we are pretty similar. Okay? All right. And then he talks again to this, I guess it's a young lady, because he says girl. Okay, so he's actually using the word girl, so I'm assuming this is some young lady he's talking to. And then he implies that she's crazy. Crazy in what way? He never tells us. Okay? And apparently she's supposed to know in her mind that she is as crazy as Justin's claiming. Well, not unless he tells her. Okay? And then he's saying, well, you shouldn't control your craziness. Well, it depends on what kind of craziness you're talking about here. All right? And then again, he starts asking her questions like what she's doing and where she's going. If he's with her, he should know what she's doing and he should know where she's at, because he's talking to her. That makes sense. Okay. And he waited until they were at the club to even imply or come out directly say that she's shy and she knows it and she shouldn't be holding anything back. Really? I wouldn't take a person to the club and then say that kind of stuff to him. I'd probably take him to some nice fancy restaurant and have a nice little calm conversation with him. Oh well. Alright. And then he talks about the dynamic duo. Who is this dynamic duo? Him and some lady he's with? He never really specifies this in the lyrics. Okay? Then he talks about Luda. Who in the heck is Luda? Okay? I don't know. Maybe he should specify this in the song. And then he says that this person is imperfectly perfect. Okay, wait a minute. What does that mean? Imperfectly perfect. Maybe he should define this in the lyrics. It'd be interesting to see what he has to say. And then he implies that everybody around the world is, well, they're just obsessed with beauty. Really? I'm not too obsessed with beauty myself, and I can tell you there's a lot of guys and gals that are not really obsessed with beauty. So, yeah. So that's kind of a blanketed statement that doesn't really hold water. Okay? Okay. And then he asks the DJ to reverse time itself. Like the DJ has any control over the space-time continuum. Like the DJ even has any concept of what quantum mechanics is all about. Really? Okay. And he talks about paying for change. Well, what's the price? He never specifies. What does he think change costs? I wonder. Okay. And then he says that anything can work. Well, let's say he can build a time machine. Let's see if they can get that one working. Yeah, anyway. But this is the kind of lyrics I'm talking about here. These are nonsensical lyrics. I would rather you compare this to Dan Fogelberg and his song Heart Hotels. I think you'll find that particular song makes far more sense than this thing ever did. So I'm having a difficult time finding out why this would inspire you. What is it in these lyrics that inspires you in anything? And of course, have you read the headlines on Justin Bieber lately? I mean, this kid has actually been in trouble. He's actually been in jail. Not exactly the best role model for everybody. I mean, it's not like that he was framed for some kind of a crime and they got him out of prison and showed that he was an upstanding citizen all along and he was innocent of everything. It's not exactly the portrait we're getting of Justin Bieber. So I'm not really sure how this kid is inspiring you. Alright, so that's my critique. It's not the incorrect grammar. It's not the fact that he either wrote this song or he co-wrote this song. It's the fact that these lyrics are practically nonsensical. They really are. So to get any inspiration out of them, I'm scratching my head like, how are you getting inspiration out of this? To me, Dan Fogelberg's Heart Hotels is far more inspirational than this thing is. As a matter of fact, if you look at Dan Fogelberg's song Same Old Lang Syne, that's more inspirational than this. Go ahead, take a look. You'll see for yourself. There is a deeper, richer meaning in Dan Fogelberg's Same Old Lang Syne than this. It's that simple. Alright. Feel free to comment on this. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'd love to hear what anybody would have to say on this one. Alright. I will tell you more in a future video. Stay tuned.